Remember, citizens, always subscribe, hit the bell, pay Alex Jones $9.95 and they'll keep you out of hell. Hey, boob tubes, Alex McJones here, standing in for Clips. Hey, you've all seen Endgame, and I've been warning you since 1999 about the end of the world and biblical shit. And if you promise biblical and apocalyptic events enough, some shit will happen and you can roll that into the fact that I was right. You know, I keep promising myself a shit that will hurt my ass, and I was right! It happens every so often. And I was just hamada. It's because I know the future. I'm the only one here. Alex Mick Square Tits Jones. I'm the only one that can see the future. I've warned you. Now we have martial law in the UK. It's happened. It's here. Since Red Dawn. And I got somebody to describe it to me because I don't watch media because it's mainstream media. And only fools watch football, sports, television. Yeah, you just need to watch me 24 hours a day. Hold on a second. I need to take some of my vaporizer boner pills. This shit keeps my tits square. Hell yeah. See, when in the morning, when I'm polishing my AR-15 and taking my 99 pills, because I just don't sell you this snake oil shit. I take it. That's why I'm a big fat bastard. With no neck now. But if I put a beard there, people won't notice that my neck's been away. Anyway, I've been warning you about pommy comitatus. Akura Matata. I've been warning you about pommy comitatus. Martial law, troops on the street since 1999 or 1992, whenever I put that shit out, Endgame. You know, I've been promising the end of the world since then. And we've nearly achieved our goal. We've nearly brought around the apocalypse like evangelical Christian gloomballs want. It's only so... I don't know how that guy does that without having a fucking heart attack, man. Don't worry, boob tribs. It's me, Kips Clips. I was just channeling Alex McJones there. And he was right, wasn't he? We've got martial law in the street. Right, so let's have a look at this martial law. And I know, man, see, depending on how you're programmed, and if you're deep in the programming of the Truther Industrial Complex, you'll think I'm just dismissing this and all that, but I'm not. You just need to get things into context and reason. I think that's just my personal opinion. If people want to think it's the end of the world and martial law, batter in. Or 5G. I mean, is it, if everybody just forgetting about everybody that's telling you the vaccines are fucking kill weapons are the same people that told you 5G was going to kill you? And is anybody dead for 5G yet? Nope. Anyway, let's have a wee shifty. What button do I need to press? Kura Matata. Alex McJones. Fucking guy winds me up to high heaven, and the amount I get, like somebody fed that cunt after midnight, and then he went on and done an emergency broadcast because fucking Barack Obama farted in a lift. And ever since then, he's spawned millions of little Alex Joneses. I mean, that's what Kev Faker wanted to be when he started his broadcasting career. I mean, listen, I switched on, what the fuck was it? I switched on Talk Sport last night. Wee bit of radio to chill out before bed, you know? And it was fucking Andy Gray fucking telling his life story, bored the shit out of me. So I was like, I'll stick a bit of talk radio on. That'll wind me up before bed. And it was their paranormal fucking show, man. And I was like, bing! That's Kev Faker, man. Like, the guy was talking to this woman, talking about the afterlife. and the gobbledygook that was coming out her mouth, she couldn't answer a simple question and all that. But that guy can't, and you could hear the guy sniggering and fucking her face. But that guy can't turn around and go, "You're full of shite, hen," because he's paid there to just, that's a possibility. I've not seen a ghost fucking rape me at night, but yes, I'm sure it's a possibility. Fucking frauds. Frauds and fruitcakes. One or two. I think Kev Faker's a bit of both. Fraud and a junkie. Anyway, Army could be driving scan. Look at the communist takeover is here, people. Have you seen Red Dawn? Have you got somebody who's in the Illuminati to watch a film and repeat it back to you? Because, you know, us in the truth movement, we don't watch films. We don't watch television. We snigger at people that do that. And then watch TV, then talk endlessly about how the Illuminati are talking to us up in the film, music, and TV industries. Funny that. Does anybody point that shit out? Does anybody actually say that to them? How did you watch Doctor Who if it wasn't on television? Well, you see, I think they'll have some sort of a weird, mad fucking excuse for that while they go about calling people that watch TV sheeple. Hypocrites, frauds, and fruitcakes. Army could be driving, so the communist takeover, the Pommy Comitatus, which is an American thing, not a British thing, I'm sure. I used to know that, but now I don't give a shit. The communist Red Dawn takeover of the UK is the Army driving ambulances. Not the Nino ones, by the way. Do you know the ones you see going about and shifting old people for centres and all that kind of stuff? Just more of a taxi than an ambulance, if you get me right. All the beautiful stuff that the people in some of the people in the NHS do for old people and fragile folk. Right, so they're obviously struggling at the moment because all this fucking self-isolating stuff, which means the patients are suffering, and you've got hundreds, if not thousands, of troops sitting on their arse, and the government looking for solutions. Now, I personally don't see this as a rollout of the army on our streets, which has already happened, by the way. Glasgow was the first place in the world that the army put tanks on the street. Go and check that out. Tanks on the street in... hold on. Tanks in the street in Glasgow. Tanks in Glasgow, because I don't want to half tell you the story. Battle of George Square, I knew that was in there. 1919. It was they thought there was going to be a red revolution. The commies were going to take over back then as well, you know. So they sent the tanks up. Because there ain't no party like a Glasgow party. Anyway, so the communist takeover is putting troops in the ambulances. Now, depending how your mind is framed, whether you, like, this is some fucked up shit, right? But my gripe with this is it proves that little fucking Hitler Sturgeon can't do her job properly. She goes up there and presents herself as everything's getting managed and all that because she's a dictator, and that she's, because of Braveheart, she's fucking got carte blanche to do whatever she wants in Scotland. Without question. I mean, she can cover up for fucking sexual assaults within the hierarchy of her own Nazi fucking party. And she can fucking mismanage the ambulance service to the extent we have to call in the army to help. That's my gripe with it. Not that the Alex Jones AR-15, they're coming to get you. Bullcrap, fear-mongering, doom merchant fucking idiots. And the amount of sheep that will parrot that, or amount of NPCs, calling everybody else sheep and NPCs, as they mindlessly rhyme and repeat rinse and repeat if you want, but I think rhyme and repeat's better for me. Troops drafted in to help out Scottish Ambulance. It's happening, by the way. This isn't up for question. We don't get questions up here in Scotland. Whatever Sturgeon says, whatever Sturgeon dictates, happens. And what have we got down in the old London? Hold on, I need to take my boner pills. Boris Johnson, whatever Sturgeon can do, Bobo Johnson, the clown, can do better. So let's see. Bobo is calling in the army. So the communist takeover is probably, I've not listened to him to be honest, but Alex Jones is probably saying all the shit Alex Mix Jones was saying. Just call me a shaman. Through the power of YouTube, but I'm gonna tell you the future. Boris Johnson prepares to call an army as panic buy drains up UK petrol stations. This is so funny, man. Right, so you tell people not to rush out and buy toilet paper. What happens? You tell people not to rush out and go and buy petrol. What happens? Now, am I the only one that thinks you can predict this shit? Can't be the only one. Can't. I refuse to believe it. And I refuse to fucking believe those numbskulls, the politicians doing their politics. They're doing my politics right in, I'll tell you that. These motherfuckers do my politics right in. And I refuse to believe I'm the only one that can see the future and predict this. See, as soon as I heard on the fucking, it was the radio, you know, the wee bulletins, that's where I get predominantly all my news feed when I'm not tuned into the Matrix. What was I saying there? Aye, it was the first thing I said is there's going to be a rush on petrol now. And I don't believe I'm any kind of channeling anything for another dimension or anything. It's just observing past events. The toilet roll incident should have taught people this lesson. And why they were fear-mongering. You know, don't rush out and buy petrol. I know I'm wearing sunglasses, but that's me winking there. Not having a fit. No yet. Although I'm not joking, doing that fucking Alex McJones impression raised my fucking levels to an extent I was like, whoa. Right, so that's the commie takeover of England. The army's going to relieve the problem, which is very predictable. Again, my problem isn't with the army helping out. I mean, it's a solution to a problem, which people want resolved. And it's not troops on the street. But people will be painting it like that. My problem is it shows either lack of management, a bunch of numbskull motherfuckers that couldn't predict this. How can you not predict this? How can you not predict that? Fruit Loops were run by a bunch of politics who are Fruit Loops. They're either not giving a fuck, or they've done this. Let's put our tinfoil hat on. Have they done this deliberately? Is there a deliberate New World Order plan to bring the fucking country down to its knees? Because it seems that way. It's a possibility. Because myself, my question is, how did they not predict this? We're either run by numbskulls who don't give a fuck or are not paying attention. Anyway. And fuel shortages live. We've got 24 hour news to scare you 24 hours of the day. You know, people who rely on fuel for X, Y, and Z, they're going to they're going to be keeping an eye on the news 24/7. And the news has got 24 hours a day to terrify you about X, Y, or Z. And they've done it. So is it the politicians' fault? Is it the news' fault for being arseholes, scaring you? Who knows? But whoever started propagating the fuel shortage message knew the result. And especially when you hear people telling you not to go out and buy fuel. Straight out the door. Right, so there we go. I just thought, when I heard this, I could hear Alex Jones in my head. And to be honest, since the last time I watched him, weeks ago or whatever, I've not watched him. So I've not watched him during this fuel crisis, or the fact that the army's on the street. But I guarantee there'll be 1,000,001 videos out there right now talking about the armies on the street and all that. I guarantee it. Absolutely feeding the fear. Whether they're doing it deliberately for hits and clicks, or they're just parroting. They're just in the echo chamber. They're in the cult. They can't think for themselves. They're in the cult of doom. The Truth or Industrial Complex is a good one, but the Cult of Doom is a good one as well. That sounds like a WWF tag team or something. That was Legion of Doom, innit? I think with the big spikes. That's when wrestling was proper wrestling. Although I do wish I was at a bout when the fucking woman with the big tits and all that were there, man. That would have been the best thing for a young kid, man. I'd have loved the wrestling even more. But hey ho, good to go. I'm going to do not the Infowars nightly news tomorrow night, by the way, at 8 o'clock, for anybody that is interested. Alrighty, boob tubes. Get your AR-15s out, your army hat on. The troops are on the street, the commies are taking over. Red Dawn, which remember I didn't watch because it was a film and I would have had to have watched it on television or went to the cinema, and you shouldn't do that because Alex Jones tells you because you can't sit at home and endlessly watch him and buy all your pills for him. What was it? What was the thing he used to sell back in the day? Was it Tangy Tangerine? Am I having a brain fart, or am I pure channeling something for my brain? I called a memory. Tangy Tangerine. Do you know Kev Faker and fucking Whistles or whatever his name was used to buy that shit? Tells you all you need to know about these clowns, man. Just bouncing about, rhyming and repeating other people's shit. Maybe in a different accent, maybe with a few different, moving it around a wee bit, thinking it's their own thoughts and believing it and going round and spreading it like wildfire, and wonder why people think they're crazy because they're walking about everything's doom and gloom. You know, you can't eat a pack of chewing gum without them telling you there's aspirin in it or whatever, that fake sugar shit. You know, like they know better. They know what to tell you in your life, what you should or shouldn't put in your gob. As if they're a doctor as well. As if they know what aspartame or something it was, wasn't it? As if they know what that is, and has like read all the research saying the goods and the bads and the middles and the indifferences and all that. Nah, they've listened to some doom merchant on YouTube telling you how bad it is, highlighting a few segments for one report. All the negative shit, obviously, so cherry picking bits. Maybe even saying some science that people don't understand. And then, on the back of that, 1,000,001 people, depending how many people watch that cloud, go out and start. I've done it myself. I've done it myself. Until I woke up for reals. Instead of the Truth or Industrial Complex wake up bullshit. Wake up, man. Do you know the Federal Reserve is private? Next thing you know, you think there's 6 suns in the sky. Can you see them? No, but a YouTube video's caught it on film. So there's a sun that just pops up every now and again and goes, hello! The sun has got his hat on, he's coming out to play. The sun has got his hat on, then he's going away. That's the second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth sun, if not Nibiru as well. That's where Bigfoot stays. You know, but I've got more. I believe in Bigfoot more than a lot of stuff. There's definitely a chance Bigfoot is real. Or some sort of a big fucking thing that we haven't found yet. Anyway, boob tubes, have a good one. Tune in tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Keep it reals. Cheers. Remember, citizens, the only way to survive is to subscribe, hit the bell, give Alex Jones $9.95. It will keep you out of hell.